Today is day one, restart, beginning. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out like day one. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait for like 2 weeks because we had Disneyland and then I was just dormant. Falling back into a lot of old habits and then figuring out along the way, obviously, that's not kind of some of the things that we wanted to deal with. So I have a bunch of laundry that I have to do. And in that, I have to reflect a lot about what this next sequence is going to look like. And I can't walk in there because copyright will get my ass. Luckily, I am making something to eat before I have the gym. But I'm gonna have strict parameters that I'm gonna have to adhere to, no matter what's going on and no matter what the case is. Morning, noon, and night, whether it is filming, editing, work, posting, practicing, learning, you know. So it's gonna be very interesting the way that we're gonna try to structure this because we're gonna have some core beliefs that we gotta set in place. And then you really gotta know, and this is probably the biggest thing for me. And this is something that actually was trying to understand, I guess, for myself too. And Hermosi, of course, me always watching some Alex Hermosi, gave me the opportunity to open it up as a thought. And it was in this video that he posted literally today, I want to say, or a day ago, one or the other. Pretty sure it was today. And he reflects on his past year. And I'm like, oh shit. And some of the things that he had to say, and he said his mom died. And I was like, oh, I need to hear this because I've been having an issue with the way that I perceive my mom and how I was raised. And I got those questions along this small period of this kind of 2 weeks that I've been MIA. So breaking it down, it's kind of funny because I always tell people, and I try to reiterate to myself, you know, no furs, okay? With no furs, you have to know what your furs are to get over those furs, right? So you can't just say like no furs. So in a sense, like I was still telling myself like, look, be courageous, be bold, and like take opportunities and different things and la-da-da. But like what I was so fearful of, I didn't know, right? And then so I started to break down some of the things that I was like, oh snap, like what are you, like what are you fearful of? So I had to be transparent with myself on what it looked like for me because I still feared just these obscene kind of things. And I'm gonna have to get lucky if this thing can be, boom, perfect. Anywho, so my fears would be like the FOMO, the money, the burnout, the time, and the people around, right? So simple things that I have to kind of think about to be like, why do I fear like really missing out, and what do I fear I'm missing out on? So keep that in mind as I go into January. On the first week, I'm already going to be not missing out on what the Niners are hopefully going to be in the first seed for. So Seahawks, Niners, let's go. That one slid right into the FOMO one. I don't really know. We took a dip with money. It helps for not having the burnout. And then I have the time and the people that I'm around, like I appreciate. So I don't know. I feel like that one kind of fit into place. Anywho, the core beliefs though that I really want to follow would be far on the top of the list would be fatherhood. You know, focus on, you know, what it really means to nurture and grow this child. Health, because health is huge and you only have one body, and respect it, care for it. You know, being a provider for the people around that I need to be, and then builder, you know, for those that need to be, and remembering to be an artist because I do enjoy things like art, like music, like entertainment. So remember to continue to add those in So there's some things that I need to reassess and reevaluate that I never really took the time to. And now everything kind of just floats back into what it had been. So the goal, of course, is to begin again. Because there's nothing in a rule book that says you can't. There's nothing that says, well, in most video games, you know, if you die, you have to restart. Yes, this is my terrible meal. You have to restart, right? In this case, it's not that, you know, well, actually it is. In this case, it is potentially that I do want and need parts of me to die away and restart. So I have to really change, for one, just the scheduling, and then two, along with it, you know, my core beliefs that I feel like I have to really understand what it is that I fear, whether it is still within myself or external things or letting people down. I have to figure that out, I feel, throughout this process. I have to stick to the things that I said I wanted to stick to and complete those tasks. And ultimately, make sure you have fun. We're here for a good time, not a long time. And just making sure everything kind of aligns with being able to be your best self and genuine and still enjoy, you know, day after day, you know, because you strive to certain points and you like to hit those. So currently I have no goals. So the goal is to get some goals, and this is the start of them goals. So welcome back to day one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I won't use chat that much because I think I just propelled chat to help me like a little too much with how to start off with everything, and just kind of got overwhelmed, and I was like, oh. So the goal is take it one day at a time, and today is Monday. Let's go Niners.